Sweet and Soap Volume 7 Review. Volume 6 of Sweet and Soap saw Asako and Kotaro finally move in together, as well as showcasing the problems they can arise from living in the same space. Tensions mounted until Asako finally blew up at Kotaro about his action, and after a long discussion, things seems to be an event between the two. Now, what does Volume 7 have in store? Let's find out. Volume 7 begins the morning after Asako and Kotaro's big discussion, sharing the load and not tiptoeing around each other. Kotaro also realizes they made it to their first Golden Week together, which means plenty of time to chill out, but for Asako that raises the questions of what does it mean to chill. This leads Asako to realize that since she moved in with Kotaro, she as well as she was intruding in their own home. So when Kotaro tells her relaxing over Golden Week doesn't mean she needs to do anything in particular. She finally realizes how silly her feelings have been up until now. Instead of standing in ceremony, she can do whatever she wants, including lounging around watching TV as she used to at her place. After Golden Week, the rest of his volume is dedicated to Asako finally meeting Kotaro's family. Asako has been eager to introduce herself for a while now, especially since Kotaro has already met her own family. However, meeting the parents of your boyfriend is anything but easy when you're anxious about what they think of you if they oppose your relationship because of the bad first impression. Kotaro is not at all worried about Asako meeting his family, especially given how well she responded to the news that his mother is blind earlier in the relationship. Usually, whenever Kotaro revealed this fact to a girlfriend, they worried about ending up looking after Kotaro's mother later in the relationship and proceed to break up with him. However, Asako took the news in her stride and has never once worried about it. Kotaro simply wishes that his girlfriend had more confidence in herself since he knows his parents and little sister are going to love her. As is often the case, this installment of Sweet and Soap takes a realistic approach to the subject matter. Meeting your partner's family is a nerve-wracking affair, and I'm glad the author Kitetsu Yamada didn't shy away from that. Throughout the series, we've seen Asako's low self-confidence block her with a sub-dubs, and for as much as Kotaro reassures her, sometimes you need to tackle these problems on your own, make any progress. That's more or less how things go here, with Asako not being comforted by Kotaro and managing to gain more confidence as the trip goes on as she spends more time with his family instead. Ultimately, Asako is growing more confident and comfortable in her relationship the longer it goes on, and that's a very natural thing, and I'm happy to see the series repeatedly touch on. Anxieties and Endicare are not simply fixed overnight, and Yamada does a great job of showcasing that in a relatable and honest way. Too many romance manga would turn some of these storylines into melodrama or result in any intrusive thoughts, and a couple of chapters by Sweet and Soap always takes a better approach, which is what it sees it apart in the genre. So Volume 7 of Sweet and Soap comes to the West thanks to Kodansha and continue to be translated by Matt Treyvot. The translation reads well with no issues to note, and there are some great translation notes at the back of the volume explaining things like Golden Week if you're familiar with it. Volume 8 of the series is available now, with Volume 9 being released in September. Overall, Sweet and Soap continues to delight with Volume 7. We now finally got to meet Kotaro's family and watch our cast build their life together step by step in a relatable and enjoyable fashion. 9 over 10.